Hi, this is EEB Tarot, 2 E's and a B Tarot. I'll be reading for the sign of Capricorn. This is a quick read. It's nothing long. A 3-card pull. If more come out in 3-card pull, I'll factor those in. I'll pull clarifiers if I need it. The reading is timeless for anywhere you have Capricorn in your chart, but I am doing this during the month of May. Whenever this reading finds you and it resonates, though, is your reading and it is current. All right, 3 cards for Capricorn. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'll just say it as we go. 3 cards for Capricorn. Whatever comes out, 3 cards. What is it that Capricorn? Should know and can benefit from at this time. Three cards. Also Capricorn, I was getting in your pre-shuffle, that's something else. Okay. Something else I was getting your pre-shuffle was shoot, I just lost it again. What was it? I don't know. If it comes back to me, I'll say it. 4 swords, 3 of wands, the moon, which is major for Pisces, but Cancer is ruled by the moon. If Capricorn, that's your opposite sign. Also at the bottom of the deck is the 2 of Pentacles. Capricorn. There's something Okay, I got 2 things, Capricorn. There's 2. So the first thing is either you're starting a new job and you're trying to learn the ropes. Like there's a lot of things like different job jargon and systems that they implement and offices to things to be sent to or whatever. Like it's like a lot of like new job, like the curve. What is that called? The learning curve. New job learning curve, right? It's either that and you're just trying to not get in a space where you have negative self-talked yourself into self-sabotage, where you have this defeatist attitude about the amount of growth and progression you're going to do in this new place. And the reason I say you're trying to not negative self-talk is because I'm wanting to speak life into you. Because if that's not where you are and you're trying not to, and instead you're in a space where that's all you've been doing is telling yourself you're never going to pick this up, you're never going to get it, like you got the position, but now you're not going to be able to prove yourself or whatever. Like you have to make the conscious. I feel like you're starting to contemplate whether or not you should leave. But if you got the position and you wouldn't be there if it wasn't meant for you to be there. You know what I mean? Now, if this is somewhere where it's just like, no, this is just not what I was led to believe in the interview, or this is not what I was led to believe when I was first introduced to this field or whatever. You know what I mean? Like if it's something like that, then yeah, if there's deceptive practices in it. But if this is just strictly, this feels like just new, then stick with it and see what a difference the positive self-talk can make in terms of how quickly you start retaining things. You know what I mean? Or finding your groove with it, or getting your own, you know how people, like there's those people at work where, and this is any profession as far as I feel in terms of like connected to it, right? Not that I've worked every one, but this is just me being a generalized thinker. Like you get your little tricks and tips and network people, and oh, I know this person, this department handles this, and they really good at doing that, so I'm gonna go over there and talk to them about it. And you know what I mean? Like you get your own little groove and make your own connections and relationships, and that's gonna happen for you as well in a faster pace than you think. Now the other part of this, that if it's not connected to work, Capricorn, then this is a relationship, and this is you. Now I want to say it's a new relationship, even though Three of Wands I see here is speaks to after already starting something. You know what I mean? This isn't the very beginning. This is some time in, not long-term time in, but it's not day one. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say this is somebody you're just meeting. Maybe this is somebody you already knew. You just didn't go in that direction. But I feel like it's something kind of making you feel like you don't know if you should trust it. Like you don't know if you should take this step. You don't know if you should make this move. You don't know if you should go a step further with this relationship, or actually give it longevity energy. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you're unsure of whether or not you want to invest in it. And investment is important with you, Capricorn, because you are very logic minded, and things like calculations and bottom lines, and not in a negative way, just, you know what I'm saying, like business minded. Okay, let me get clarifiers for what the Three of Wands is, to maybe get a better understanding of what is the thing that's like, what is it connected to? You know what I mean? And besides that Two of Pentacles, at the bottom of the deck, you haven't come up yet. You know, we got water, fire, and air, but not you, Capricorn. Okay. Excuse me. Clarify the Three of Wands from Capricorn. You could be seeing repeated eights. Clarify Three of Wands. Four of Cups, more water. So the Three of Wands came out for the Four of Cups. Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Yep. Yeah, I definitely feel like if this you could also be seeing repeated fours. Some of you could be in law enforcement or something like that, where, you know, you gotta, like, there's a learning curve. Like there's a deep learning curve to being able to navigate the different parameters of your job, where it feels like second nature to you. it could be connected something with law. If it's not law enforcement, it's something connected with, like, I don't know, or judiciary stuff, whatever. But don't get down on yourself. Like, don't take on this imposter syndrome where you feel like you're not good enough, or that maybe you don't have what it takes or something. Emperor at the bottom of the deck. You're gonna that ideal of an emperor that take charge, self-assured, focused, resourceful, swift in action, clear in thought, eloquent with their words, and like empathetic, and but also not like you can read a room. You know what I mean? You don't fall under the wheel and the pressure of everyone's energies. Like, you can read a room and adjust and adapt to that. And so if that essence is there, I think you just need to come back to it. Like, get out of your feelings, get out of your head. Because again, wands. And don't second guess it, and don't procrastinate in making the necessary changes that you need to get your head back focused in this emperor style. You know what I mean? I'll clarify. What should we clarify? The moon or the Four of Swords? Let's clarify the Four of Swords. I have a feeling that the Pentacle is going to come out with this one. I don't know. Maybe. Because it's I feel like it's wanting to show up. Let's see. Clarify the Four Swords for Capricorn. Clarify the Four Swords for Capricorn. Eight of Cups. Yeah. You're not going to let it stress you for too long, whatever this is. And if it's the person, I think, like, if it's a relationship or a person, yeah. Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which talks about success and the completion of a goal or a task or a milestone, things like that. You know what I mean? Pivotal moments that you've reached. You've crossed the finish line of something. You know what I mean? But I think you're actually going to be celebrated for how well you maneuver through this. And I think you realize how pointless it is to worry about something instead of taking action. Again, Three of Wands, Six of Wands. That's why those are here. That I think you realize it's cool. It's cool. Like, okay, if I end up thinking on it, cool. But it's no point in just overly thinking and overly feeling about it. Just get it done, kind of thing. What you can do, you will, and what you can't, you're not gonna let it, prevent or delay anything. Give me one for the moon, and then we'll close it out. Capricorn. Give me one for the moon. Clarify the moon for Capricorn. Ten of Swords. This is a whole stack. I'm not going to take it. Keep going. Clarify the moon. That's too many. And look. Can you see this? This flip, and I told you Pentacles Repeated fours again. High Priestess, trust your intuition. And look, the Emperor came out. But this whole stack, you know what? Let's so we not feeling like, we just trying to make this what we want to make it. I'm going to do another shuffle. And I'm going to ask for a clear one card confirmation or clarity on the moon. What is it that you're not seeing now that will become clear? One card for the moon. Give me one for Capricorn. One. Six Wands came back out. Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. That's what you're not seeing. I think that if you were more in your power with this Capricorn, that the Pentacles wouldn't kind of just be this, the core of you is there. Your essence is never gone, right? So you know that you know how to lean into bossing yourself up and getting your head in the game. Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. But I feel like what you weren't seeing, Six of Wands, moon card to the Six of Wands, is that this is going to turn out exactly how it needs to for you to feel stable and confident in it, Capricorn. Because the moment you decide to show up and remember who you are, all of this will be there ready for you to paint your canvas however you need so that it flows and complements your day-to-day instead of you creating this pressure and this doubt out of, a few challenges. Yeah. If you're going to think positively. If you're going to feel, then feel accomplished in whatever the goal is already. And get back to self. And remembering what you bring to the table, who you are, what you're capable of. If this reading resonated, Capricorn, please like, share, subscribe. Let me know. And if it's in terms of relationships, if this resonates with relationships and not necessarily occupation, I think that you, Capricorn, are, if that person ain't working, you're going to move on. And still, but continue to pour into you and check in with you and not let something that is not worth long-term Emperor energy occupy your space and your mental and your time. So even that is no point in worrying, because if the person is not up to par, then that's going to done itself anyway. You know what I mean? All right. Let me know, Capricorn. I'll be back for more readings. So subscribe so that you can be notified. Also, if you are already subscribed, I truly appreciate you coming over to this page and gracing us with your energy. Thank you, Capricorn, and be well, be blessed, and we will be back together soon.